Love floats over the middle. Dangerous. Picked off. Reed Blankenship.
Have to, preferably before a field goal try. Still no Darius Slay at corner. Carr lofting into traffic and picked off.
They got him to a point where they're comfortable with him starting today against Chicago. Deep shot. Chase couldn't haul it in.
Did Gardner Johnson get that?
Did he?
I believe he did.
Gardner Johnson with the pick. Rodgers is there. He just deflected it over to Gardner Johnson and stayed in bounds.
And it's the right decision by Joe Burrow. It's just a better play by Isaiah Rodgers, meaning the backup corner is in on your number one receiver. Attack him. Count on your number one receiver. But they survived the early onslaught and got their equilibrium. And boy, they've been sensational since then.
And the ball popped free from Gesicki. Eagles take over. Everything going Philadelphia's way. And they're creating the opportunities.
The field was a completion and fumble recovered by the defense.
It's the punch. Watch 53. Yep. Pops in a little short one with the left hand. And Dean, who made the initial contact, gathers the ball on the ground. Look at Dean. Look at right there. Baun. Just a short little left hand. What they say in boxing?
Will return punts today for Jacksonville now that Parker Washington has become a bigger part of the offense due to injury. As Braden Mann boots it. Trammell from the 14-yard line lost the football. And the Eagles fall on it. Keely Ringo.
Mentioned Sidney Brown, a guy that was playing defense for the Eagles last year, now playing on all special teams, comes down, he makes the hit, and Keely Ringo is able to get on the ball. A gunner on the punt team is one of the hardest positions on the field. You're making an open field tackle.
2 and 2 timeouts for a Jacksonville offense that has really struggled in the first half. And ETN couldn't hold on to it. Did Baun pick it? Yes, he does. Zack Baun with the interception.
The classic tip drill. We always talk about it, Jason. You got to get your hands underneath it. It looks like he does without it hitting the ground. What a great athletic play by Zack Baun.
His second career interception. And Nick Sirianni is going to have some tough decisions to make this week, because he said that if the Eagles got a turnover in this game, he was going to...
Clock, there's plenty of time for the Jags to do whatever they want.
Lawrence has time, looking for Johnson, and it's picked off! Nakobe Dean!
Oh, bobble snap.
That is Philly's ball. Wow. And your job is to come over and help.
Zeke gets the call. Elliott, the ball pops out, and DeJean recovers in the end zone. We do have a flag.
Oh, and that's going to be a huge call. Who this is on?
Holding. Offense number 87, that penalty is declined. The result of the play is a touchback and a first down.
Well, Zeke Elliott with a red zone turnover as the ball is here. He's in the discussion for sure. 3rd and 9. Ball's back, knocked out of his hands. Cowboy lineman, football follies, and maybe Philadelphia has it. Oh my goodness, the Keystone Cops just broke out here on the field, and the Cowboys have yet another low light.
One out there now, and they're playing their best ball, and you know Kansas City just doesn't lose.
1st and 10 after the scramble by Lance. And lofts it, and he's intercepted. 5th turnover committed by the Cowboys as Gardner Johnson is the one who comes away with the football.
Sanders down by 9. Daniels fires over the middle, and it is Reed Blankenship, who for the moment has awarded the interception. And they're going to go celebrate. Of course, they'll take a peek at it. The smiling Sirianni. Here it is again.
That's a catch.
Pretty clear.
side. He gets tagged there, lost the football. They ruled it down. Ruled no fumble and down. The initial indication from the down judge, Tom Steffen, might be out. Let's look close here, Chris.
That ball is definitely out.
Here comes the extra body. Blitz gets picked up. Young floats it for Thielen. Off-target throw. It is picked off. C.J. Gardner-Johnson. Medical tent in the first half. Comes back in the second quarter and gets the pick. Very impressive.
Well, look at Bryce Young. He knows he's going to throw this corner out to the right. Who he doesn't count on is C.J. Gardner-Johnson, and he just puts too much air under this ball. Didn't look the safety and hold him in the middle of the field. There's the route to Thielen. Thielen does his job by beating Cooper DeJean, but Gardner-Johnson was there too fast over the top, just a miss.
Harris drops the ball. It is loose, still bouncing around. I think Philadelphia has it. They do! Darius Slay came up.
So again, great field position, and Brian Robinson tripped up at the line of scrimmage. The ball is out, and Philadelphia's got it. Holy cow, what a start for the Eagles. Nolan Smith recovers that fumble that was forced by Jalen Carter. Robinson to take the snap and take the ball inside the 10-yard line.
I think he
ball
fumbled
comes
again.
out. Cooper DeJean's on top of it. And it looks like the Eagles have their second takeaway of the day. DeJean, the fumble recovery. Robinson hadn't fumbled all season. He's fumbled twice.
First down, and then you go into 2-minute mode where you try to go down and get points.
Over the middle. On for the pick.
That's kind of what I'm talking about. So he's got McCaffrey. This is where he wants to attack, which is the right read. He's wide open. It just gets away from him and sails.
For third quarter, DeJean Brown knocked out of there by Baun and recovered by Nolan Smith. Was it a catch and a fumble, or was it an incompletion? I don't know that he had it long enough for that to be a completion. This is a catch and a fumble.
So watch Baun here, inside out on this rocket screen. Zach Ertz isn't quite sure which guy to take, him or DeJean. And
ruling on the field is a fumble recovered by Philadelphia for first down.
Baun knocks it out. Smith recovers it. The question will be, did DeJean Brown have full possession of this?
So take a look. So he takes 1, 2, football move. I think it's a catch. I think that's going to be ruled a fumble. And
his pressure throws across his body. Tipped and picked. Blankenship the interception. Blankenship back inside the 30. Well, the 5th turnover of the day.
And it's probably his worst play of the day. I could see what he saw, but what happens is when he starts retreating backwards, there's just no way to get this ball and drive it fast enough. It's going to get undercut by Slay, and then it just turns into a tip drill. It's 3rd and 5. You're trying to make a play downfield, but you just can't throw the ball late off your back foot in the middle of the field. And this is what this Philadelphia defense can do to you. You get put into a must-pass situation, and they can just bring the dogs up front, and it just puts a ton of pressure. Jaden Daniels has
picked up. Rush gets intercepted. Breaking in front of that is C.J. Gardner-Johnson. And a house call. Pick 6 to open the day. 70 yards, no flags.
Remember, C.J. Gardner-Johnson, he was ejected for 2 personal fouls, and you see him here, he just falls off Jake Ferguson, and Cooper Rush just flat out doesn't see him and hits him in the face mask, and he's able to outrun the offensive line. And you can tell he was disappointed to leave that game last week. He felt like he let us hold up in the secondary.
Cowboys playing from behind now. Rush on the roll as Tolbert open downfield. Checks it down. The ball comes out. I think Dallas was able to recover that.
They don't get much bigger than him.
And it's Oren Burks getting his first start as an Eagle that forced the fumble. Second Dallas turnover in this first half.
I mean, look, Jordan Davis there, he has barely a right hand on the ball, and then somehow he just rips it away.
Four-man rush. Given time. Deep ball into coverage. It is picked off. Second of the game for C.J. Gardner-Johnson, and room for a return. To the 35 he goes.
I don't mind throwing the ball, but what we were saying before the snap, Joe, is if you're going to throw it, make it a high percentage catch that at least it keeps the clock running, and of course, if you get the first down.
Third down, handed off to Dowdle. Lost the ball. Scramble for it at the 10. Nolan Smith knocked it out of there, and the Eagles have it. It's the fourth takeaway of this game. It's the 9th in the 2 games head-to-head this year.
Remember, they had 5 last week against Washington, and they clearly weren't happy with the way that game.
Locke taking a deep shot. Hyatt's down there, and it's picked off. Intercepted by Sidney Brown. And he goes to the ground, and that will do it.
You got press coverage at the last moment on Jalen Hyatt, and it made Drew
Playoffs on Fox, and here we go. Here's Keyshawn Nixon, the all-pro returner for Green Bay. And gets decked up before the third. I think the ball came out there. Who's going to come out of it? Eagles say they have it.
Exactly the way you can't start. You got to a great player in Keyshawn Nixon, but an absolutely clean hit right on the ball. Knocks it free. Looks like he grabbed it there, but you never know what goes on at the bottom of that pile. Big time hit there by Oren Burks. And he's got it right there, but he's got defense off the field.
Love going to take a shot, going deep down the far side, and intercepted. Darius Slay, stride for stride, picks it off.
This guy's a hard guy to throw go routes on. Wicks gives him a move, and Slay catches up, reads the eyes of Wicks, turns around, the ball's right in his breadbasket. He reads it. Normally, DBs don't make those catches. That's why they move you to DB when you're younger, because you can't make them. But in that...
10. Love zips one. That is intercepted. Zack Baun has it. Ball in Packers territory, and the Eagles take over.
Here he is right here. Zack Baun in the middle of the defense. And I just don't know what this distribution is. He's not even really guarding that in cut. Love doesn't see him one bit. He's looking to the right side of the field on the in cut. They jam, and Baun's got his eyes on the tight end, reads the eyes. That's just an absolute gift.
And so the second interception by Philadelphia today. Slay got one. This is Baun tonight. And if Washington wins, they'll play either Minnesota or the Rams. Here's Love, though, last gasp attempt. Going deep down the field into double coverage. It's intercepted! Picked off by Quinyon Mitchell, the third pick of the day for Philly.
Triple covered back there. Baun chasing. Mitchell sees it before everybody else, goes up and makes a good catch. Trying to intend for Melton. The ball's so far underthrown that Mitchell's got a great place.
Motion to the near side of the field. This time he gives it off to Williams, who fumbles the football, goes down, and it's picked up by the Eagles. Gainwell has it. There was Rogers. Rogers down the sideline, and he is pushed out of bounds at the 8. There's the big turnover of the game. Rogers picks it up. Rogers picks it up and takes it down to the 8.
Here they come. Picked up for the moment. Stafford trying to get rid of it. Lost the football. The Eagles have it. Off the edge. The pressure caused by Nolan Smith. And Zack Baun completes an outstanding drive with the recovery.
We're in the playoffs, coming around the edge right here, and you can see Havenstein trying to stay with him, but because Smith can keep his footing, he never stumbled, he never slipped, and he won a huge battle right there. 2 sacks in the game last week and a big one right there.
More plays here. They can just run some basic execution.
De'Ami Brown with his speed on the cross. Brown runs into DeJean. Ball is out. Eagles recover. Reed Blankenship came up with it for Philadelphia.
Unbelievable by Baun with the peanut punch with DeJean on the assist. Knocking it out of his arms right there. Oh, the hand. No, it feels a bit hit on.
1-yard touchdown. But the big one, the conversion on 4th down to A.J. Brown. Now Washington with plenty of time left and 2 timeouts as well. Here's McNichols, and just barely close. The ball is out! Oh. Philadelphia, did they get on it? They did!
Wow! Just so loose with the ball. McNichols. And Will Shipley just gets his face right on the ball. Every great defender knows, bite the ball, bite the ball. And all that force stops McNichols in his track. Ball gets kicked around. Then it's a rugby scrum.
Wide open. Great job by Daniels finding his best target in man when it gets blitzed.
Daniels surveying, goes far side, calling. Ball is out, and the Eagles have it.
Played nothing but special teams. Now getting a big roll. Daniels going deep to the end zone. It is! Is it picked? It is! Intercepted by Quinyon Mitchell. 3rd and 16. Mahomes rolling out. Looking, firing, intercepted! Picked up by Cooper DeJean. Gets a block. DeJean is in. Touchdown!
Back and reads Patrick eyes. You could see the break. And this young stud, Cooper DeJean, another rookie making a huge impact.
4-man rush over the middle, and it's intercepted again! This time it's Zack Baun, and the Eagles are set up inside the 10.
Little pressure here. Tooney steps on Patrick, and Baun outstretched arms.
Wow.
What a catch. The all-pro linebacker. You got Sweat on Tooney. Pushes him into Patrick. A little off balance as he throws. Baun reads his eyes. And a diving catch from a guy that used to play on the Saints on the line of scrimmage, rushing the quarterback. They moved him to middle linebacker this year as a on a.
Here's Mahomes. What's he got left? Pressure again.